Ciao. Alright, so just went through Cambodia airport. It took about 15 minutes. So I would say you don't need to get here early if you're gonna go. They checked the PCR test. They checked the vaccine passport. I had to health declaration on another app. They checked my TRC to make sure I had a visa. Very, very easy. Wasn't a pain in the ass at all. I think the PCR thing's a total scam. We probably need to get rid of it. But it is what it is. Doesn't look like there's really anybody on my flight. Maybe 10, 15 people. Cambodia was good. It was fun. I'm ready to go home. I miss my wife. I want to be home for a while. We did a lot of vlogging there. There's a lot of things going on. Got a little crazy on some live streams. Things happen. But yeah, for the most part, it was super easy to get in. Not that big of a problem. You just got to have your TRC or your visa exemption. And then remember, on March 15th, you won't need any of that. You'll just need a negative rapid test. I think some of the airlines still require like a PCR test. Singapore Airlines, I think, is still going with that. So it depends on what you fly. But hopefully they get rid of the PCR testing because it's a total waste of time and money. It's a complete money trap. Like I said, most of the people that were at my test site had to go 2 or 3 times to eventually get a negative result, which sure could be Omicron ripping through, but I don't think so. I think it was more so a money grab. So yeah, super easy, guys. I'll let you know how it goes once I get through the Saigon airport. Should be no problem there either. So can't wait to get home. Can't wait to spend some days with my wife. Thankfully it is Saturday, so she'll be home today and tomorrow. We can spend some good time together. And yeah, that's what I can say. I'm ready to be home. So you don't need to get here hours early. I would say just get here an hour before flight, maybe an hour and a half. I got here 2 hours early just to be sure, but now I've got like pretty much an hour to kill. Okay, so the airport's still super empty. There's like one SIM card place over here. The best SIM card, I'd say Mobi has probably the best data that I found. Viatel's alright too. But yeah, it took less than a minute to get in. They just checked to see if you had the vaccine, health declaration. That was it. And now I'm back in Vietnam in Saigon. Very, very easy to do. The only thing that probably wasn't needed was a PCR test. So now let's find a taxi. Let's go home. Oh, Burger King's closed. No fat food for me. Burger King's usually pumping pre-COVID. But yeah, it was super easy to get in. This is not going to be a monetized video. It's going to probably be a 5-minute upload, 4-minute upload. But I had no problems. No one tried to get me to pay extra. Nothing like this. So as long as you have the right paperwork, you can get right in. Alright, so I thought we'd finish up this video, the escape from Cambodia back into Vietnam. I'm on the 3rd and final day of quarantine. It's around 1 p.m. So tomorrow we'll be back at it, making videos in Saigon. We'll do news update if there's news update. They still haven't quite updated the finalized rules for the March 15th opening, but it looks like it's going to be visas like before COVID, 1-day quarantine at a selected hotel. So far 12 have signed up in Saigon. Kind of a joke. They're all like 5-star hotels, so they're all pretty expensive, $100 a night. But one hotel for $500 a night isn't that big of a deal. Rapid test, and then you're able to go do your thing and get visas like normal. That should be completely feasible. As far as anyone checking in on me during the quarantine, there's been no such thing. All I did was a declaration on an app of where I was going to stay for the 3 days. And there's been no follow-up. There's been no one to call, no one to email. They've literally checked it in zero kind of way, which I found to be a little bit interesting. So like I said, the process was super easy. When I went through immigration for Vietnam, they just checked my TRC, which, as I was saying, they just checked the TRC. which was fine. There was no having to take a special taxi or anything. No one followed me. That was really it. They didn't seem to really care about it too much, and from what I can tell, they don't care too much. So tomorrow I'll be free as a daisy to go shoot stuff and do things. It was a super easy process to get in. It was much easier on the Vietnamese side of things than it was in the Cambodian side. Cambodia checked lots of paperwork multiple times. I definitely did have to have a PCR test too. There was no rapid tests. No one was allowed to go through with a rapid test. Now that will change March 15th, but there are going to be some airlines. I think one airline I can confirm is Singapore Airways is still requiring a PCR test as far as I know. So I think even though Vietnam's going to take a rapid test beginning March 15, you're going to need to check to see with whatever airline you're flying if they accept a rapid test. And usually it's going to have to be a rapid test signed off by an actual doctor as well. So it can't just be like a rapid test you take and go, here, look, it says negative. I do believe you have to have a doctor inspect it still and sign off on it. So, and that's still going to cost you $30 to $50 if I remember right. But yeah, it's been fine. Me and Winnie just hung out all weekend. She's at work. Today's Monday. So she's going to work today, come back home. We'll have an evening together. And then tomorrow I'll be out and about doing things. So I've just been hanging out at home doing my thing. I cleaned the house, got organized, went through some files, watched a little bit of TV and things like this. But yeah, I'm excited to get back out here, shoot content for you guys. As soon as we get more information on the March 15th thing, which I think we'll start to hear from tomorrow on, as it's March 1st tomorrow, we'll have different optics on what's really going to be happening. But like I said, it looks like it's going to be super easy to come through. And by the way, they were lackadaisical when I came through. I think that's a pretty good feeling and a pretty good idea of what's going to happen. There is no shutting things back down. Yes, cases are back up on the rise, but Vietnam's all steam full ahead. Hanoi's a little bit different of a story, but as far as the South is pertaining to, it's fine. There's full steam ahead. There's the most traffic I've ever seen out again. Everybody's going to school. Everything's fully active. I'll show you that tomorrow when we go out and film. So, yeah, I think it's full steam ahead. There's not going to be any more shutdowns. These countries can't afford any more shutdowns. As far as I was told when I was in Phnom Penh, somebody was telling me there's 30,000 cases a day of Omicron there, and you don't hear it at all. As I told you, there was lots of people testing positive for COVID at the testing site I was at, so I believe they're having a ripping through of it, and they're not going to shut down either. These countries aren't going to shut down over the flu anymore. I don't think so. Now, if it was a different strain that affected people more aggressively, sure. So yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to update you from what was happening. And did they really check to see what I was doing in the 3 days? And so far they haven't at all. They could today, but it doesn't seem very likely. So that is the video from Cambodia airport to home, to the Vietnam airport to me at home from the 3-day quarantine. So I hope you found that interesting. We'll get into the content. We still have 1 or 2 more videos in Cambodia. I think they'll just stay on the Patrons only. So if you want to see extra Cambodia content, you're going to have to sign up for the Patrons. All live streaming will only be done from the other channel, the IRL live streaming channel. I will never stream on the main channel again. So if you want to catch me streaming, you need to go into the description. You need to click on the other channel, subscribe, and hit the bell to all. That's going to be the only way that you can see me live stream anymore. Also, if you did like this video, I'd appreciate it if you smash the like button. If you didn't like it, smash the dislike button. Commenting helps the algorithm as well. And if you haven't subscribed, or YouTube may have unsubscribed you, check to make sure you're subscribed still. Hit the subscription and the all. So I'd greatly appreciate it if you do that, guys. Thank you. Have a good day. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.